Hey, this is Henry. This week in the Academy, we're baking tiger bread. And there's nothing here that actually comes from a tiger. Let's get into it. We're going deep, past the recipe, and into the mechanics of what actually makes that crust crack the way it does. This bread comes from the Netherlands. Bakers there have been making tiger brood since at least the 1970s, and you can still walk into a Dutch bakery today and find it on the shelf. The whole idea is simple on its face. You take a soft, enriched dough, and you brush a rice flour paste over the top right before it bakes. What happens next is the interesting part. Here's what's really going on underneath that crust. The dough itself has gluten in it, so it stretches and pushes upward as the oven's heat hits it. That's your oven spring. But the paste on top has none of that stretch. It's rigid. So as the dough keeps expanding, the paste can't keep up. It has nowhere to go but to tear. That tearing, in dozens of small spots across the surface, is what gives you the pattern. Both versions of this bread start from the same base. 500 grams of bread flour, 300 grams of lukewarm whole milk, 40 grams of softened butter, 30 grams of sugar, and 9 grams of salt. The only thing that changes is how you leaven it. For the yeasted version, you're using 9 grams of instant yeast. For the sourdough version, you're swapping that out for 100 grams of active starter at full hydration. Either way, you end up with the same soft, tender crumb underneath. If you're going the sourdough route, feed your starter so you've got enough active culture on hand, at least 100 grams. You want it domed, bubbly, and just past its peak. Give it the float test if you're not sure. Once it passes, stir it into your warm milk and sugar to loosen it up. Then bring in the rest of your ingredients and mix until it's a shaggy mass. Let that rest 20 minutes before you do anything else. That rest lets the flour fully hydrate. For the yeasted version, combine your yeast, warm milk, and sugar first. Then work in the flour, butter, and salt until there's no dry flour left. Knead it for about 6 to 8 minutes if you're using a mixer, or a couple of minutes of good, hard hand kneading. Here's the part people mess up. The dough is going to feel loose and sticky at first, and your instinct is going to be to add more flour. Don't. Keep kneading. That extra moisture gets absorbed as the gluten develops, and you'll end up with a dough that's tacky, not sticky, and passes a nice window pane test. These two doughs move at completely different speeds. The yeasted dough is done in about 3.5 hours start to finish. You're looking at a 30-minute proof and then a rise until it's doubled. The sourdough version runs 16 to 24 hours total, because naturally leavened dough just doesn't move at the same pace. Don't judge it by the clock. Judge it by feel. It should feel light and airy, grown by about half, even if that takes longer than you expected. Once your dough's proofed, turn it out and divide it. For rolls, you want 8 pieces, about 105 grams each, shaped into tight rounds to build some surface tension. For a loaf, keep it as one piece and shape it into a greased 9x5 pan. If you're doing rolls, give them room on the sheet. They're going to expand. However you shaped it, cover it loosely and let it have its final proof. This one's short, about 30 minutes. You're not looking for doubled here, you're looking for puffy. If you've cold retarded your sourdough overnight, pull it out of the fridge and let it finish warming up before you move on to the topping. Now for the part that makes this bread what it is. Whisk together 100 grams of white rice flour, 105 grams of warm water, 7 grams of instant yeast, 10 grams of sugar, 10 grams of neutral oil, and 5 grams of salt. You're after something between a thick pancake batter and ketchup. It should fall slowly off the whisk, not run. Here's the rule that trips people up every time. Even on the sourdough version of this bread, you still use commercial yeast in that paste, never your starter. Your starter's got wild yeast in it, and it moves too slowly and too unpredictably to be ready when the dough is. And if you tried subbing in a wheat-based starter, the gluten in it would let the paste stretch right along with the dough instead of cracking. You'd end up with a smooth top and no pattern at all. Commercial yeast, every time, no exceptions. Set your paste aside for 15 to 20 minutes. It'll loosen up and turn bubbly as the yeast wakes up and gets to work on that sugar. If it thickens too much while it rests, whisk in a little warm water. If it's too thin, a pinch more rice flour brings it back. Give the paste a stir, then spoon it on. About 1 tablespoon per roll, or 2 tablespoons across a whole loaf. Spread it out to the edges with a small offset spatula, working gently so you don't deflate the dough underneath. Don't be shy here. A generous full coat is what gives you that bold, dramatic crackle. A thin coat just gives you fine little cracks instead of the real pattern. Let the coated dough rest uncovered for another 15 to 25 minutes while your oven finishes preheating. Watch the surface. You'll start to see fine hairline cracks forming as the dough does its last bit of expanding on the counter. That's your signal. That's when you bake. Bake at 425 degrees. Rolls run about 18 to 24 minutes, a loaf a little longer. You're waiting for a deep golden brown all over. If the top's already brown at the earlier end of that window, give it a few more minutes anyway, so the crust has time to fully dry out and set. Let it cool before you store it. Room temperature in a paper bag, and it's at its best the day it's baked. Skip the fridge. It just dries the crust out and dulls the crunch. If you're freezing it, a quick reheat in a hot oven brings that crackle right back. Both of these recipes, yeasted and sourdough, are free in the recipe pantry right now, and we're baking this exact bread together this week in Crust and Crumb Academy. If you want the full recipes, both paths, they're linked below. Come bake with us.